with all due respect, do you look at the cause to the effect? Or you just look at the perception that what you see, when you don't see through the depths, do you see the cause without the effect? The first lick without the response, the agitation before the affection, the symptoms before the correction. We got to start looking with a deeper perception. I ain't lying. Sven'gramz, hit the like, you dig? Listen, pay attention to this transition. Leave it in the comment section. You got to start looking at, we got to start looking at the politicians and the rappers. We got to start looking at the deeper factors. It's a deeper level. It's a deal. Look, I'm gonna go with this. You walk around and a lot of people never really look up. Or some people just started looking up. And then if you're looking up, you're not looking down. Where's the balance? You're looking at just the artists. You're not looking at the funding. Who's funding them? Who's funding them? Follow the money. Follow the money. 7.
Podcasts and all this shit, they only speak of the effects of what society does to us, right? We as black men don't control our women. They don't listen to us. Why? Because we as men don't control the narrative. Another man do. And they don't look like my color or your color. So you have to understand that another man is controlling you and controlling your woman, but yet you here with that responsibility. No, motherfucker, if that's the case, stop putting our women on TV showing that they are boss bitches or they bosses. And when you show a woman on TV or in the news or in the movies, Hollywood, when you paint that perception in their head that shit, we women, we don't need no man. There go the problem right now. God built men with bigger muscles for a fucking reason. God built men with bigger feet for a reason. But what God didn't build is putting another man over us that controls what we think in this society. We don't control this society. We don't control school. We don't control the shit they put on TV. And I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to give y'all another example. They can paint the picture for us and tell our story because why? They own TV station networks. They own radio stations. They own all this shit. But you can't find a motherfucking black man that can paint a picture of a Jewish man or any other type of motherfucking man and say, we're going to put on TV y'all women acting like hoes and bitches. We're going to show y'all in the news acting like a goddamn fool. We're going to put music out on you motherfuckers talking about how y'all were going to rob each other, going to kill each other. We're going to do all this shit from the time you born to the time you die. We're going to show you every example in the world that you ain't shit and then sit back and watch you motherfuckers fight against each other. All we doing is trying to address the effects of what another man is doing to all of us. And one thing about this, I'm going to tell you again. You talk about childhood trauma. Don't you know TV is trauma in real time? Let me explain this to you. Television tells you a vision. What is a television? A television is an electromagnetic device that gives off stimulation through sound and imagery. What does that mean, Papa Doc? When you watch a flick, don't your dick get hard and ain't nobody touched you? Don't you go to get wet between your legs? Ain't nobody touched you? That's the stimulation. So when you see black women act away, it affects you in ways you don't understand. I'm just scratching the surface, bro. I'm not speaking about social norms. I'm not speaking about collective consciousness. That's a whole other motherfucking video. What I'm telling you is this, right? What you think you don't own or control. They tell you what to think. They tell you that a woman should act like this, dress like this, and this is how you should be presented. And if you ain't presented that way, you ain't a woman. Who told you that? Not me. Same way with men. We ain't got this, we ain't got that, we ain't got that, we ain't on. Who told you that? You got to remember, bro, this is a motherfucking receiver. A computer cannot compute a program that it has not been downloaded or installed. They haven't installed in us how black collectiveness and greatness looks like. We have an idea, but tell me one TV show that shows a black family that's together, that loves each other. Everything they put on TV that's black family, them bitches rich and destructive, nigga. Them bitches fighting over money, nigga. Killing each other, doing drugs, homosexual, all kind of shit. These people paint this perception in us from the time you born to the time you die. What the fuck you think gonna happen? It's a few of us can see through that shit. It's a few of us can go around and see through it and say, no, but the majority is who they care about. So the perception in your mind ain't been painted by no black man. The perception in a woman's mind ain't been painted by no black woman. It's been painted by the same motherfuckers who get up every day and use all the media outlets. They use social media. They use everything to paint this perception to say, black people, y'all ain't shit. Y'all can't be trusted. And it teaches us to think that way. It also teaches other cultures to say, you niggas can't be trusted. You niggas sit and shoot and kill each other and everything. But no one speaks of the oppression. No one speaks of the projection, the perception that's been planted on all of us. Because you must understand, this is a receiver.